Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Runo. Today I'll be showing you how to make this wrapper illusion outfit with zipper around the bust area. It's for nursing model, although it's perfect for anybody. Okay, if this is what you want to learn, please endeavor to watch to the end and don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Okay, so this tutorial is loaded with techniques and is for advanced students, not beginners and intermediate, though they can try. So I snatched my waist from 34 to 30, so I have loads of techniques, snatching techniques in this tutorial. So please endeavor to watch to the very end. Okay, the materials I use for this tutorial include damask fabric, we know is trendy, chantilly knit, doll face as lining, and I use peplum stay to pad the bust. You can use anything of choice, any light material, because of the invisible zipper in front. And I use 3 original zip, 2 invisible zipper and 1 normal open and close SBS. They are all original zip, not the usual smaller zip. My shoulder line, my shoulder is 8, so I'll come down 1.5 shoulder slope, and then from this shoulder slope I'll mark my bust line. So bust line is bust divided by 6 plus 1. So what I have 7.5, so I'll mark mine, and then I'll measure what I have 8.5. Then I'll come down here, I'll mark 8.5. So I need a straight line. I'll mark my straight line. Mark straight line. Use your bust divide by 8, then divide by 2. Whatever I have, divide by 2 and then plus 1. So my bust is 33.37. So I'll be using. So I'll come down. I'll mark 3 points. I'll do 3.5. Okay, and then I'll connect with my shoulder slope. Alright, 17. So from my shoulder line, I'll mark 17. And then I will do the same thing here. I'll mark 17 here. Then from waist to hip is 9. I'll mark my 9, and then I'll mark 9 here. Okay. Alright, shoulder to bust point is 10. So I'll come down, I'll mark 10 here. This will be my bust point line. So this will be bust point. This is my bust line, and this is my waistline, and this is my hip. Okay. Right, so it's 10.5. Okay. So this is 9.5. And then for my waist, so waist is, I'll be doing 8 inches for the waist. So I'll connect from my bust to my waist, and then so I'll be doing 10 points. I'll be doing 10.5, and then I'll connect 10.5. Okay, so this is it, and then so from here I'll connect with a straight line. So I'll mark 2 inches up. I'll mark 2 inches up, and then I'll come in 0.5 and then connect. So this part. So this is my shoulder slope. Waist to hip, I'll come down from waist to hip is waist to knee is 27. So I'll mark from my waist. I'll mark 27. What I have is the difference between my front and the back is 2 inches. So I'll come down here. I'll connect from my bust point. So my bust span is 8 inches. So I'll come down here. I'll mark 4 from my center front. I'll mark 4, and then I'll come down to the waist. I'll mark 4 also, and I'll connect with a straight line. Okay, so I'll leave it here, and then we'll go straight to the back. 1 inch for the zip allowance, so I'm giving space for the zip. Or if you're not doing a zip, you can leave it. Even if you're not doing the zip, you can still do this without 8 inches, and and then my shoulder slope for the back is 1 inch, neck width is 3.5, neck width is 3.5, and then the depth is 1 inch for the back. Remember the front is 8.5, so if you are not sure you can confirm. 8.5 from the shoulder to the bust line is 8.5, including the shoulder slope. And then I'll connect. So from this position, you can see it's 8.5, right? So the bust is 9.5, and then from shoulder to waist for the back is 15. So I have 15 here, and then I'll mark 15 here. In the straight shoulder to waist is 15, and then waist to hip is 9. Waist to the straight line. Remember our shoulder slope, right? And then I'm going to divide the slope into 2, get the midpoint, and then come in 0.25 and connect with my armhole curve. Okay, so here we go. So for my waist is 8.5. So this is 8.5. Hip is 10.5. For the back, I made a mistake. So the back leg also will come down, will measure 4 inches from the user bust palm, and then I'll mark 4 inches here, and then draw a straight line. Alright. For the front now, I want to get our prime. So because I want the shape, I want the waist snatched. So I'll be connecting. This is how to get your waist snatch. So I'll be connecting from my bust line to my hip line. Okay. Then I'll do the same thing here. I'll do the same to the back. So we're going to try to get the dart leg. Okay, so I'll measure what I have here. This is 2 inches. 2 inches. Continue with my 2 inches. And then what I have here, I have continue from here to this point here. 368. So I'll divide 368 by 6. I have 0.6. So from my waist down, I'll mark 5.5, and then I'll connect from the bust point to my dart leg. Okay, so I'll mark the same thing here. So this is not my original waistline. So this is my waistline. So I'm not using this because I need the dart. So this is the one I'm using. 178 is what I'm using. That's not up to 1 inch. So I'll mark, come down here 6. Come down 6 inches. And then I'll connect, come down for my bust line 1 inch. And then I'll connect. and I'll mark same thing here. So remember, I'm starting from here. This is the wrong one. So I'm starting from here, and then I'll mark. So this is now my new waist line, my new side waist, yeah, my shaping. So this is the one I'm using. So these ones I'm no more using. This one was wrong initially, and so this is what I have right now. Okay, so shoulder to waist for the back is 15 inches and my front is 16. You can see now this is 15, shoulder to waist 15, while shoulder to waist for the front is 17. So I have 17, so the difference is 2 inches. So I'll come down, I'll mark my 2 inches here, come down, I'll mark 2 inches, and then I'll connect with the ruler from the bust point. I'll connect 2 inches. Okay, so I'll fold this part, make sure this line touches this line. And I'll use my tracing wheel. So what I'm doing, I'm tracing from the waist, I'm following this my waistline, and then I'll stop at the bust line here. So this is what you have after tracing. You can't see it, but I can see. So this is it. So after doing that, remember to connect with your ruler. Okay, so this is how it's going to look like. Okay, anyways, so now I want to do an under bust contour. Shoulder to under bust is 14, so I'm going to mark 14 here. I'm going to mark 14, and I'll mark my 14 here. On the back also, I'll measure 14. Connecting with the straight line. So I'll start measuring from here. As this is what I'm doing. I'll measure from here, I'll come down here, continue, and then I'll end on the waist. So this is my waistline. This is my new waistline. And then I'll continue my under bust. And then I'll end here. So what I have is what I have 17.5. So my pattern under bust is 17.5. While my normal under bust circumference is 31. So 31 divided by 2 will give me 15.5. Okay, so this 15.5, now I'm going to subtract this 15.5 from this 17.5. I have like 2 inches. So the 2 inches I'll divide it by 2. 15.5 minus 17.5, so I have 2 inches. So the 2 inches I'll divide it by 2 inches. What I have is 1. So my answer is 1. So my under bust contour will be 1. So you need your protractor. You need your protractor to do this. So I'll place it on my center point here, my bust point, and then I'll place it under my under bust. You can see it's directly on my under bust. Directly on my under bust. So I just hope you can see. So I'll place 1 inch here, 1 inch here. But I don't want to do that. I'll be doing 3/8. I'll do 3/8 and then 3/8 here. So I'll use my curve. So I use my French curve. I'll connect from the bust point to this point, and then from here. Okay, and then this is the circle. I'm following the circle, not the line. This is where I place my measurement. So I'll connect this to my waistline and then this to my waistline. Okay, so this is my under bust from here to this point, from here to this point here. So this is my under bust contour. Okay, I'll measure what I have here, 10.5. Then I'll bring it down, 10.5. I'll use my ruler to bring it down. And then for the front, I'll do the same thing. Come in here, I'll come in 1 inch from this part here, and then I'll come in. So I'm penciling it by 1 inch. I don't want it too fancy, so I'll come in here on my knee, also on my back knee. I'll come in 1 inch, and then I'll connect with my ruler. Okay, so on the center back, my zip part, I'll come in 0.5. I'll come in 0.5 my butt tightening, and then from here I'll come down 2 inches. Come 2 inches. To come in 0.5 on your waist to have it more snatched. So come in 0.5 on the waistline, and I'll connect it to this point here. Connect it to this point. So the essence of this is to get your butt tightening. Okay, to have your butt well shaped. Okay, so this part will be connected back to the. Okay, all right, so we are basically done with this. I want to get our style line, so I'll divide my shoulder by 2. I'll divide my shoulder by 2. I'll get the center point of my shoulder, and I'll connect with, use my ruler to connect the line to my bust point. I'm teaching you how to get 25% contour doing a yoke. So what I'll do is I'll cut this part. I'll stop at the bust point. Bust point also. So you can see what I'm doing. So I'll use my tape. Okay, so this is it. So I'll close my shoulder down. You can see the side as matched up. Is the same thing with the back now. Okay, so I'm going to measure what the distance between these two. So I have 3.5. So this 3.5, I'm going to divide it by 4. So I have 0.778. So I'll come in here. This 7/8, what I got here, I'm going to place it here. Then I'll come back to my shoulder slope. I'll place it here also. So I'll connect it from here to the bust point. So can we see it? And then this one, I'm going to bring it back to my armhole. So I hope you get what I'm doing. So I'm going to close this part now. So what I'm taking out here, I'm placing it back here. Okay, so let's go back and then. So guys, we use 25% for outfit with yoke. The essence is just to have it fitted around the chest area. You can see the dart I took out, I replaced it back at the armhole, so your measurement will still remain the same. I'm going to come down from my center neck. I'm going to come down 2 inches. First of all, I want to do my princess dart style line. This is my princess dart style line, and then I want my yoke. This is my yoke. Now I'm going to trace this part out. So I'll get another pattern paper. I'll trace this part out first. So I can now add my seam allowance around princess style line. I'm going to close this dart now. So I'll open this. You can see the line. I've created this line. So I'll open and then I'll close for my princess. So tip it down. I'm tracing from here to this part down here. Okay, pin it down up. Now for this center front part here, so this is where we're going to open this dart again, and then we'll close here. This red line, we're going to close it. So I'll trace from here to this part here. Before I continue, so after closing your shoulder dart, please make sure you measure. I forgot to say it the other time. So you measure the old one. So I have 8 to 8. So I'll measure this one to be sure that it's up to 8. Yeah, so it's the same. Okay. So this is it for this. So I have my yoke ready, and then I have my back is going to be a V. Okay, so this is my zip allowance at the back, and I'm going to add zip allowance is 1 inch. Because I want it to align, I'm going to measure. I want it to align. I have 5 inches. So this will be my yoke at the back. Then my zip is going to start from here down. So I want to contour this part. I'll come in here 0.5. So this is the fabric back cutting. This is what I have. So this is the front, and this is the back, and this is the front. You can see the dart, I notch the dart side, and then I use pin. And same thing I did to the net or to the lining also. So I use my chalk to chalk it so that I can be guided while cutting. Okay, so I went ahead to iron stay. So this is my center front, this is my side front, and this are my side. This is my side back without the yoke. Okay, so this is how it is. So you can see the side, and then this is the back. You can see I have two invisible. This is the original invisible zip. So I'll be using the invisible zip to join it, and I'm going to end here. So I'll do the same thing here. So I'll be using this visible zip for the bust area, right? Okay. So what I did after cutting this, I took out the yoke. So I didn't want to have a direct joining. So I don't want a joining. I want the joining around the waist. So I gum back the yoke. I cut out the seam allowance and I gum it back. I take it back. Okay. So this is what I have for the back. So I have my full back. So when I want to place, I'm going to place my full back from the waist. And then same with the front. So I'm going to place the lining on this part. I'm going to sew this part first. After ironing, I will now place this. I can now gum it down. So you can sew it or you gum. So I'll be using my gum to gum it. So this is how it's going to look like. And then for the back, before I will join the zipper. Okay, so for the back also, I will use my lining. I'll use the lining and then I'll turn the neckline. I'll stop at the zipper. So I'm going to do that right away. So I will stop here, after which I will now turn and then I'll place the back. I will now place the back like this. This is my pattern. I placed it, so I used this one to get this. So I folded it into two, so I need the full front. So I want to get the wrap part of the skirt, the wrap part of the dress. So this is my left. Okay, all right. So these are my seam allowance. So one part will have the seam allowance, while the other part will cut the seam allowance out. So what you need to do now is start from here. I'll start from here this way, and then I'll connect down. So first of all, measure 3.5. Measure how in you want it. Okay, so this is 3 inches. Yeah, I can go 3.5. So I'll use my straight ruler from the edge here, from this beginning. You can decide to start from here. If your belt can start from here, but I'll draw a slant line. Then I'll connect. I'll stop at my 3 inches, and then on these 3 inches, I'll connect it down. So this is it. Connect it down. Be my wrapper from here to this point here will be my wrapper. So I'll cut this side out. Cut it out. This is the part that I cut out. So I'll keep this, and then I'll get my fabric. Lay my fabric. So this is the right side. This is the right side of the fabric, and you can see that this is the front. Like this is the front part. So I'll make sure this is the hem. I'll make sure the hem align. I'll pin it down. This one, and I'll add seam allowance, like folding allowance. I'll add. This is ½ inch. That's for joining, but I need more than joining. I'll be doing like 2 inches or 2.5 for folding. So before I cut, you can see our seam allowance on this part. So before I cut, I'll also add folding allowance here. You know, I'll be cutting it. So because there is no edge here, assuming the fabric has an edge, I'll attach the edge to this part. So because there is no edge, I'll be folding with, I'm doing 1.5 for folding. I'm folding in 1.5. Alright, then it's 3.5. So I'm going to cut now. For my pattern, I didn't take out the dart. Okay, so if I, because this should look like a wrapper, I don't want to sew that, so there's no dart on the wrapper. So I'll take out the dart from the side. So I'll take out both darts from the side, on both sides. So you can see my dart is 1.5. So my dart is 1.5. So I'll take out 1.5 from here, 1.5 here. Now I'll take out 1.5 here. So it's just the dart I'm taking out. I'm taking out the dart, okay? So I will reshape it. The length of the dart is 5.5. So I'll measure 5.5 from here and I'll stop here. And so this is a wrapper. So this is our wrapper. So you can see what, so by the time after some, if I discover that this part is still much, remember we still have folding, we are still going to fold. So fold this part in. Okay, so that will be all. Okay, so this is the zipper. You can see the invisible zip. So I've fixed this one already and I'm going to fix this one. So this is the side and center front side. So you just place your zip. So this is how it is. So you place it and then you flip it to the other side. So I'll be sewing it. I will sew one on this and then I'll sew the other one on this, on the side. Okay, and before then I already changed my zipper foot. You can see we have the left and the right, so I'm using that of the left. So I'll open the zipper and then I will sew it to this part, and then I will do the same to the other part, to the side. So you're sewing them separately. So just like the way I did this, and I used my biro to mark 0.5 inch. I don't know if you can see it. I marked 0.5. I just want to follow the 0.5 inch close. Try and sew as close as possible. This peplum stay, I already iron it on it. You can see it. I come the shiny part. I iron the shiny part. So this is the, so I'll pick this other part, I'll open it and then I'll sew it, then you flip it this way and start sewing. So you can pin it down. So you can see that it's not going to work. So what I will do next is to change the zipper foot. So I'll be using the right zipper foot for that marking, but if you know you can get it, you can hit the part. So you know it's curvy, so you have to be careful. You'll be following the curve. That is why you need to mark that the seam allowance, so it to help you, so you don't sew more or less. So you follow the curve. So after sewing this part, you can see So this is the lining. I'm going to take the lining now. You can see the way I did this one. So you attach the lining to this part. You sew this. You just sew the lining separately, each of them. All right. So now I'm going to place this one. Now you can see how it is like this. I'm going to place it, and then I will sew. You're still going to use your zipper foot. So make sure you pick only the part you sew, not together. You're not sewing them together. Go to this end, and then this is what you have. So you can see. So I've closed both sides. So now I'm going to pick this and then use this to join this part. I'm going to sew this to this point. After sewing, and then I'll do the same thing to that. This one might be difficult, but you just have to do it like that. So after sewing, then we can now join the back shoulder, and then this is what you have. Then because the zip is at this bottom part, I'm going to close here. I'm still going to attach the down part, so I'm going to close this part, and then I'll just have my zip up like this. Okay, so this is what you have after sewing. So I joined the down part. You can see the up, you can see my zip. So I have to carefully open it and be sure that the lace is not entering it. So when you are doing this, make sure you buy original zip. So I used original invisible zip. So and then I cut this part here. I sew this part and then I'll cut it out. This is the back. You can see the back. So this is the wrapper, and then this is the belt. So I sew the belt. I just folded the wrapper. I know I added a lot of excess at the top of the wrapper, and then I folded it inside, and I placed the belt like this, and after sewing I flip it in, and this is what we have. So I can decide to fold this part because of the rough edge. I can decide to fold this part in, and then hem gum, and then this is the side. So one of the belts will be on the wrapper, one will be on this other side, and everything will end around the waist, so you can see the wrapper. So for the wrapper, like I said, you can decide to make it straight or make it slant. So mine is a bit slanty, so you can see I'm still going to use hem gum to gum this part. I already gum it once, but after doing the side was too long. It was touching the side, so and I don't want it to touch the side. I need a little space, so I'm still going to fold this part in to the hem. So this is the hem, guys. You can see, yeah. And here, please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so, and if you're watching from Facebook, please like this video. Okay, so this is my slit. So I've closed the slit. So what I will do is to use my hem gum to gum this part. So I will use my hem gum and iron it.